it is not women only that give birth. In fact, some women cannot give birth. And that's okay. Trans women, some women have gotten hysterectomies. Some women are actually living with levels of infertility. And all those are women. But at the end of the day, I feel like the conversation I want to have is a conversation around those that can actually give birth. They are not all women. And someone may ask why? Because intersex people can give birth, trans men can give birth, non-binary people can give birth. So shut up. Yesterday during a live stream, we had a conversation. In the beginning, I thought it was out of curiosity because of the question this viewer was actually asking. Until she asked me, why do you trans women refer to women as birthing people? And I'm just like, first things first, that word birthing people, I have actually never heard anyone using it. What is used mostly is non-birthing partners, because I have never referred to my partner as a birthing partner, but at the end of the day, I have referred to myself as an unbirthing partner and an unbirthing trans woman at that, because that is what I am, and I don't feel offended by using that title on myself. However, let's unpack this. It's Pride Month anyway, isn't it? So, the first debate ilianzia because of the word cis woman. And everyone was saying it is trans people that came up with this word. And please go and look it up. The word cis woman is actually from a woman that was an ally to the trans community. And she thought, because womanhood and manhood also needs to be seen when it comes to the trans community without necessarily taking away from the rest of the communities, then how about we come up with a word that separates us? And so you'll find that we will only use the word cisgendered people when trans people are actually part of the conversation. But if you don't like it, and I have made it very clear before because I have been attacked before for using the word cisgendered, then don't engage me. Kindly don't. Because yes, the people around me have no issue with being called cis heterosexual women or cis heterosexual men. And so if you don't like it, then that is just fine. It's never such a big deal anyway. Yeah? Now, back to the debate around the birthing people, which I've never heard being used. But at the end of the day, I would want to know what word should be used. Because you don't want to call trans men mothers. And you don't want to call intersex people or non-binary people women. So what do we call them? What do we want to call them? And everyone is usually saying trans people are the ones who look for trouble where there is none. I feel like we all know who is actually constantly looking for trouble where there is none. The toilet conversation came up, and I kept on being asked about the toilet conversation. And I told you people, if you feel uncomfortable when I use your toilet, I can definitely use a toilet in my house. It is never such an issue for me. The next conversation, Patsy, what do you think about trans women in women's sports? Unaona vile natoshana? Do I look like someone who is even sporty? So can you ask me questions that actually are relevant to my context? Thank you. So yes. So hii issue ya kwenda looking for trouble where there is none. And let me tell you, this has really made life so I just feel like laughing. You come at me and I feel like laughing. Because I am also out of my victimhood. I am not existing in victimhood anymore. So every time I look at a cis woman, I don't think, oh my God, this is my competition. And so even me, when I'm thinking about her, my assumption is she should never see me as a competition. And I said it yesterday. I don't apply for roles that are meant for cis women. You will never see me applying for spaces that are meant for cis women. And more often than not, if you see me in feminist spaces, if you see me in spaces hosting cisgendered women, it is because they actually invited me. Yes. And so let's get that right. I am not in competition with cis women. I have never prayed or wished to have become a cis woman because I am comfortable in my skin. Yeah. So maybe try that also. Be comfortable in yours. And that's how Patsy sees it. Happy Prides to my trans community. Nawapenda.